Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan Lallier. I'm the CEO and founder of Salesgevity. The hot debate right now once again has resurfaced, and that debate is cold email to generate meetings and fill your top of the funnel with potentially interested buyers. And the big discussion point right now is what constitutes a hyper-personalized, one-on-one, relevant email without using automation. So what has to go into that email in order for you as a sales development rep, a business development rep, an account executive, a salesperson, what has to go into that email that will make you different, make you unique, separate you from all the noise being all of the other salespeople trying to reach out to the same company and perhaps the same person in that company? What can you do in your email to make yourselves stand out? Now, people talk about relevancy. That is important, but it's not as important, in my humble opinion, as demonstrating that you have done your research and you fully understand the company, their mission statement, their values, their financials, what they're trying to accomplish as an organization, their history, that you understand that and that you demonstrate that right off the jump. Why? Because if you're going to send an open letter to a stranger, the first thing you want to do is establish trust. So I'm going to show you how I have been doing this for a very, very long time and why it still to this day works. And as AI develops, along with all the other automation tools that are out there to help you speed up and get more of your messaging out there, as that continues to evolve and develop, it's going to be even more important that you slow down and do this right. So I'm going to break this up into a few parts. The first part is going to be a company that I want to get into. I'm going to do the research, walk through what jumps out off of the screen to me that I believe, with my noodle here, my noggin, I can put together a really good, compelling email for the recipient that I'm going to send to. And then we'll go into LinkedIn Navigator after that, Sales Navigator. We'll find someone that we want to send this email to. And then once we have that person, we'll get that person's email address, make sure it's verified. And I'm going to go through the process of handcrafting an email right here with you. So stick around, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back. So here's a company that I'm very interested in meeting with. The company is Manitowoc. They are a publicly traded company, which right away tells me we're going to get access to a lot of information, which is great. If you're not managing a patch or a territory where you have accounts that are assigned to you, that you're targeting, and that you're going after that are not publicly traded, that's okay. There's plenty of areas that we could go into, like job boards, company news, blogs. We can search YouTube for keynote speakers from the company. Really any sort of external or even internal, meaning internal on the website information we can get to, we'll be able to find. It just takes a little bit of time to do the research. But for today, what we're going to do is not really like leverage LinkedIn as much as everyone else does. Meaning, I saw your profile, saw you worked at this company for 3.5 years, then you went to this company, you went to this school, and it looks like this might be important to you. We're not going to do any of that. What we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate that we have a sound understanding of the business model and the company that we're reaching out to. So with a publicly traded company, it's pretty easy to get this information. The hard part is dedicating the time to do the research and then putting together an email that's going to resonate. So I'm on the homepage right now for Manitowoc here, and the first place I'm going to want to go to is company, obviously, and I want to go to investors. So what's there? Well, there's a lot. Current stock price as of 20 minutes ago, and then here's the corporate overview. So I know that the business is a 120-year business. It's been around since 1902. The customer focus, the list goes on and on. You can see all the acquisitions and different brands that they represent. You get a strong idea of what their core business offering is. Tower cranes, They've got some initiatives with their China and Belt Road initiative there for the tower crane business. The list goes on, but it's all here for you. So you get a snapshot of the history, companies that they've acquired or purchased, brands that they sell like Grove, Potane, National Crane, Shuttle Lift. So these are all big name brands. You know, if you've been to any city and you've walked around and looked up at a crane that's being used, there's a good chance you're going to see one of these logos on those pieces of machinery. So all very easy stuff to digest. The next area that I would like to go to is events and presentations. This is like golden nugget stuff. We definitely want to make sure that we get our hands on it. So if we click on that, we can look quickly here. We can see that they had a Sector Insight conference that they presented to. Here's their earnings and conference call. This is the one I really want to take a look at, the one that really jumps out for me. So I went ahead and I downloaded the investor deck, or their 2023 earnings conference call. You get the forward-looking statements. Typically, these come from like a CEO, sometimes a CFO, but they give you a sense of really how they analyze or review the quarter and how they think things went. So you're going to hear from Aaron Ravencroft, Brian Regan, Ian Warner. These are three obviously very important people in the organization. They're way up in the food chain. They are top brass and leadership, but they're going to be featured and highlighted throughout the investor presentation. So, I mean, if I stopped looking at anything else, if I didn't go past page 3, I would probably be okay, because I can see that right now that this business is pretty healthy. They're having they had a really good quarter and things are on the up and up. So strong operational execution. Obviously that pops out. They got a Brooks House partnership that came through, so they did a lot of community-based stuff, which is nice. So they're giving back. You can see that they're basically improving some of their welding techniques, improving safety, quality, and productivity. This one's a big one that's going to jump out for me, because the email that I'm writing later today, or that I'm going to present to you in this video, is actually going to be focused on safety, quality, and productivity. So I'm going to make sure that I highlight slide number 5. Regional markets, right? What are the market conditions? You can see their global footprint, right? So you know North America is doing pretty well. Europe is doing well. Middle East is doing strong. Looks like they're just kicking things off there. And in the Asia Pacific, there's some softness in China, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Australia. Some strong stuff going on there, but it looks like there's a bit of a slowdown in the Asia Pacific area. The next slide is going to highlight their financial situation. So this is great. If you were selling something other than what I'm going to present, like I'm going to show you guys an email that I'm going to write for a security play. So I want to get in front of someone who actually handles like physical security, on the ground security, wants to be aware of any sort of events that are taking place in the area that could potentially impact business continuity. But this here just basically tells you how the company is doing health-wise. You know, look at operating income, net income, non-new machine sales, see what they're spending, free cash flow, cash on hand, liquidity. So all good things to hone in on. Now this is a 14-page investor deck, so pretty concise, very tight. Looks like they're looking to reduce cyclicity, I think I'm saying that right, and deliver higher margins. Looks like they're on a track to do that. Other key metrics on the financial side. So we've actually gone through this already, but let's just kind of keep going through here. Appendix, other financial measures, adjusted diluted earnings per share. So since basically Q2 of 2021, they've been doing pretty good for their investors. All right. So I've taken the opportunity to go through this investor deck. All right. So first quarter 2023 earnings deck. There are some things I'm going to pull out of here. The biggest ones are going to be their first quarter 2023 highlights. Obviously, they're highlights for a reason, because they're highlights that they want to showcase. I want to recognize that in my email. And because I'm focused on safety, or my message is going to pitch a safety product, I'm going to reference the Kaizen example, crawler value stream, this slide here, and talk about improved safety, quality, and productivity. I'm sure that that's like at the pinnacle of what they really care about, considering the fact that they're in the crane business. And obviously there was a crane accident that actually took place in New York City last week. So we want to make sure that we are framing our email properly so that we can get in front of the right people at the right time and see if we can generate a meeting. So when I come back, I'm going to have an email crafted that I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to build it, not build it with you live here, but I'm going to go ahead and build it first, come back, and I'll walk you through sort of my thinking and how I went ahead and put that together. All right, so I'll be right back. See you soon.